Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14, Episode 8, Healthy Glows and Low Blows. So everybody's, we got to do the montage. Everybody doing their own thing. King's at the house with Brooklyn, going over the ABCs and the days of the week. Drew, she dropping it with Drew. Sonya, she's in the house talking to her sister. She tells her that she has to have this hard conversation with Ross, when he gets home. She need more help with Deuce. He want a new baby and all of that, but she need him to be home so she can help him with Deuce. And she also doesn't want another baby. She has to let him know that she does not want another baby. And her sister got the nerve to say, please don't have another kid. Girl, you can get out. You, your kids, and your husband. As if having another baby would be an inconvenience to you. The nerve. Anyway, Sonya felt abandoned the first time she had a baby. When she was pregnant with Deuce, she felt abandoned. She felt like he wasn't there. She felt like he didn't really help out. And so to do that again, that looks bleak to her. Her plan, though, is to wine and dine him and cook him a dinner and, then drop the news on him. Sheree and Marlo, they meet with Candy at this, sauna type of place. Immediately, Candy's like, nah, I'm not getting in. No. I think she came with an attitude. Candy kind of came into the situation with, I wouldn't say a chip on the shoulder, but kind of with a disposition, because these are the two that are giving her the most slack, and so I'm sure she knew it was about to be some bullshit. So she was immediately like, nah, I ain't getting in there. I got somewhere to be after this. I'm not messing up my hair. No. So they get in and sit down. Of course, Marlo want to get right to it. Enough with the pleasantries and small talk. They want to start in on Candy not being a good friend. You didn't call and check on Sheree when she was going through this, that, and the third. When I say I was, no, and no. We are too old for this. We are too old for this. If you don't call your daughter, Sheree, call your daughter. She your best friend at this point. When you get up in life, your mama your best friend. Your mama's the one that you can call and talk to about these types of things, or your daughter if you're in this type of situation that Sheree is in. Call your daughter and vent. Please get off my line. And don't expect me to be on your line. Just really hunt you down to talk to you about Tyrone, leaving you out to dry, in Philly. Candy's just like, listen, why y'all always asking me to, you're expecting something of me that you don't even give me. Y'all don't give me the same stuff you're expecting me to give you. So no. It gets a little heated because, of course, Candy, I'm getting frustrated. Sorry, y'all, my phone was ringing. I don't even remember where I had left off, but I know that I was talking about Candy and her being frustrated. She's getting frustrated. They kind of ambushed Candy on some bullshit, and I understand all the frustration that she had, because this is stupid. This is real dumb. I can't do no needy friend. Please don't sit me down on that bullshit. And listen, I have been there where your friend done confronted you on something, and it's like you're completely oblivious to it, because it's like, what? I did something to you? When? Just complete confusion because it's out of nowhere. And as my friend, you should know that no, I can't with needy people at all. I can't. I don't need nobody to call me and check on me in the dark times. Like, nobody's doing that. I'm not calling my friends like, I went through it today and you were not there for me. Like, you're not calling and checking on me, so you don't even know what's going on in my life. Because that's what Marlo did. Do you even know what's going on with me right now and what I just went through? No. Did you pick up the phone and call me to talk to me about it? No. So I'm not a mind reader, and I don't know when you feel like when you're in need. I don't know that. You have to communicate that. People are not mind readers. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. They feel like, because she says her family, you know, they also think that she needs to, you know, put more time and effort into being around and being present. And so Marlo says, well, if everybody's feeling like that, then maybe it's something you should work on. Whatever. Sonia and her mom are in the kitchen. She's about to make her dinner. She's going to cook her man some sweet and sour salmon. And mama says she ain't gonna cook it. Now she'll help, but she ain't gonna cook it. Sonya's seasoning. She doesn't season the back. I don't season the back either. I guess mama said we should be seasoning the back because if you put the salmon or fish in oil cold, you know, like putting it in there before the pan got to heat up, that is what makes it come off. If you don't, it'll stay on. I said, the more you know. The more you know. Anyway, they cooked the meal or whatever, and you know, kudos to her for getting it done. She done cooked her man a nice little meal. It looked delicious. You know, it looked good. So I hope he liked it. Now Aaron is home, so it's date night time. He appreciates her getting all dressed up, you know. She gets into the difficult topics like right away. You know, he's gone a lot and all of that. And Aaron, he says that he wants her to be just as supportive with what he's doing as she was when she was supporting him in the NFL. It's like, she said, and Sonya's on some, what about me? It's my turn, you know? She feels like even with having all of those people in the house, she doesn't really have support. I'm like, well, why they there? If they not supporting you with the baby, why are they there? That's the only reason why anybody would be staying up in my house is if you are helping me out in some kind of way with my children, with the day-to-day, with the, you know, flow of the house. That's why you have people come staying with you, not just to be staying with me. Like we just want to be one big ass happy family, 10 folk just in a house just to be doing it. No, absolutely not. But she tells him that she doesn't want the other baby. She finally gets that out after him and Han and all of that. And even after that, he don't care. He still want that baby. That's his bottom line. I still want the baby. And she asks him, will you resent me if I don't have another baby? And he just tells her he doesn't know. So there's your answer. Yes. Yes is the answer. Sheree is at the house playing in her She by Sheree fabrics. And she's accumulated so many different fabrics, you know, within the course of trying to get this line off the ground. And she gets on the phone with one of her new hires. This lady says she gonna get it off the ground. She promises to produce. Okay, so that's all we can take from that. Marlo. Marlo is at the archive, and she got the boys in there working because she wants to, you know, develop some work ethic in them. They don't do nothing around the house. They'll be trying to help. They need to get up and do something. So she got them at the business helping her out. They're talking, and they talk about their sister who is 27. They don't really see her that much. They don't really have a relationship with her because she's so much older and she doesn't live, you know, in Atlanta. And so she ain't been around there to see mama either, and she says she ain't going. Hopefully they can get her around there. Everybody can, you know, get on one accord, but who knows? I mean, I don't even know why we filmed this scene here, but or why we put it on the show, because I just did not. Sorry. Anyway, Candy, Kenya, and Monyetta, they meet up to make candles, and you know, Candy mentions her Candy Cares event, you know, and Monyetta being there and being helpful or whatever. And then Kenya jumps in and she's like, oh yeah, and I got some tea on that. Speaking of your Candy Cares event and trying to drop off used clothing and all of that, she just starts to tell her everything that Marlo has been saying, you know. They changed the subject to drop it with Drew. There's an event coming up, and so they invite Monyetta to come out there. And they start talking about Candy. Oh, Candy asked Monyetta about her honeymoon and if she had used the bedroom candy products that she gave her. And Kenya's like, don't get me started on them candy coated products. You know, and then they have to rehash this again. Candy really doesn't see how Kenya can be approved ever. Like, you of all people can't be. And so Candy is like, let me share this with Monyetta to see if you would have an issue with this. And she shares it. And the minute she says that Yes, because she leaves out that the other men could control the remotes. All she said was, I gave them remote panties on the trip. And then Kenya's like, oh, but don't leave out that the remotes could be worked on anybody's you know, like it could be worked on anybody. And then Maya's like, see, I was with you, but I don't know about that one. They get loud and everything. Like they really have a whole argument about it. Because Kenya wants Candy to say she's wrong, and Candy's like, I'm not wrong about nothing, and I'm not apologizing for that. You didn't want to wear them, you didn't have to wear them. It was just a joke. It was just a game. You know, I didn't force you to do anything. They have this back and forth and this, you know, this spat. And Kenya in there yelling, keep your husband away from my pussy or something like that. Don't let your husband control my pussy or something like that. I can't remember what she was saying, but she was being vile. And the fact that you in here yelling all of this and still trying to act like you're the prude. No, the prude wouldn't be yelling this right now. So it fizzles after a while. They, you know, have to make their candles and they thinking about their scents and all that, what they're gonna name it. And Candy's like, smell mine, and she said, you like it? Good, because it's Candy's pussy. And they get a good laugh out of that. The two of them can do that. They can have their disagreement and let it roll off their back, and they can be fine within minutes, you know. Whereas with Marlo, now she's trying to run around and, you know, rally the troops against Candy, which is not cool. All right, we had the Drop It With Drew event. When you get there, everybody got to weigh in. Drew was weighing in at 156. 157 on one scale, then she got on another one. It was 156, so we're going to go with 156. I know that's right. Candy weighing in at 155. Manetta, 169. That's all ass because she got the thinnest waist. Candy in her confessional, she gonna point out that the building, she's like, now is this the Drop It With Drew official building, or because it was something else the day before. It was somebody was selling bean pies in there the day before. I don't know, but it was not Drop It With Drew. She done plastered her banner, her picture up all over the place, but they using it. It's Drop It With Drew today. It's Drop It With Drew today. Marlo, she picks up Sheree and Sonya, and they head to the class or whatever, and Marlo roasting the banner when she pull in, talking about, what, she been to FedEx? Anyway, when they get in there, Sonya, you know, thank you for inviting me. They hug or whatever. It's nice. It's pleasant. Over there on the floor, Candy notices that Marlo didn't speak to her. She's like, oh, see, she just gonna walk by and not speak. So that's strike one for her. Sheree, we have this whole little moment where we are admiring Sheree's ass. Because listen, it's sitting. Okay? It's sitting. Sheree is body. Now when it comes to fitness, that's what she need to be doing. That's what she need to be doing and promoting, because it's believable. I believe you be in the gym. I believe it. She also has her prototypes with her yoga mat, her water bottle, all that she by Sheree. And they all like, okay, well, when we gonna get it? This the prototype. But I got y'all. But this is the prototype. But I got y'all. Come soon come. She gonna have it ready for him. Sonya pulls Ralph to the side, y'all. And I don't, listen, maybe it's just me, and I might just be one of them girls. But I don't like that she's so handsy with this man. She got a hand on his shoulder, like rubbing it a little bit. I wanted to talk to you. Girl, get your hands off of him like that. Like when we met Sonya and she hugged Ralph, I felt like it was like the hug, like when you hug the man, you used to smash a little bit, you know. You see the man, you see the dude you might have smashed in the past, and you give him a hug. You know, it's that hug. It's that hug. That's the kind of hug she gave Ralph. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's just like, girl, you don't have to be so handsy. And she might just be that type of person, but still, watch that. Okay, watch that. But she's sharing with him her marital issues. Again, inappropriate, not necessary. Your friend is Drew. That's who you talk to about all of this. You don't pull her husband. I would never pull my best friend's husband to the side. Granted, Travis and I are friends, and we were friends before she and him got married. Like I have my separate friendship with him. I have my separate friendship with her. But my friendship with her, trumping that one because that's my best friend since 5 years old. You know, we just gonna trump that right there. So I would never call Travis on the line like, Travis, let me tell you about what Tim did today. Like, cause why? Anyway, they have that talk. She pulls him to the side to talk to him about dad, about the fact that she don't want no baby. You know, whatever. On the floor, Marlo and them hadn't weighed in yet, so they got to go and weigh in. Marlo's 188. She's just tall. None of these weights, you know, all of them are like, oh my God. It's like, it's so many factors that play into the weight on a scale. Like, I don't even be looking or caring about that number. Did I lose inches? You know, what I look like in the clothes, what the clothes feel like. That's how I measure the weight loss. The scale, keep it. Keep it. It ain't accurate no way. Let me tell it. Anyway, Marlo ends up calling Candy's name, you know, to talk to her. And Candy's like, oh, you speaking? I also heard that you was rallying the troops to talk about me. And so they start to go in on that a little bit. And then, you know, Candy is like, you know what, Marlo, we're not going to do it. We gonna put a pin in this because this is her event. Kenya's not there yet either. You know, so having the conversation ain't even really necessary right now. It can wait. So it waits. We gonna hold it until afterwards. We can talk later. So we're there to honor her biggest winners. You know, the people that lost the most weight or whatever, and they get up there and share their weight loss results. Todd gets a phone call and immediately, you know, pulls Candy off the floor and they have to go. Of course, that distracts the rest of the cast members. Like, well, what's going on? Mayetta goes out there to see what's going on. What's happening? You know, are y'all okay? Everything all right? So apparently somebody done walked up on their property. Some crazy man was on her porch asking for Candy. And so the girl that was there watching the kids, she called the police, and Todd was on the phone with APD, you know, trying to see, do you know this man, you know, before we arrest him? Because he keeps saying that he knows y'all. Todd like, we don't know him. Get him off the property, arrest him, you know, do whatever you got to do. I don't know if they arrested him, but they got him off the property and out of the subdivision because he got past that gate. It's a gated community, and he done got past the gate. And then got past her gate. Y'all gonna have to do something about that. Y'all gonna have to do APD need to be out there. They need to be out there. But I mean, see, she live off, I think she live off Cascade, which is a very seedy area. Like it's nice as well. Very, very nice homes, beautiful mansion-like homes out that way. But it's seedy because it's on Cascade Road. It's like the further you go down, it's really nice. And then you go back on towards this side, you're gonna run into them folk that's up on your porch, like just had like you know, like what just happened to Candy. Anyway, everybody was outside too. Everybody done ran outside to see what's going on, to be nosy. Candy and Todd, of course, they end up going home. They continue to work out. And Kenya finally shows up, and she looked good in her one-piece leotard. She looked great. She ain't got no rolls in the bike. She looked great. The pandemic, she had gained that weight or whatever, but listen, it dropped quickly. Anyway, the ladies want some answers now, you know, afterwards. They talking to Drew and they want to know, you know, so what they want details on this business, on this Drop It with Drew. Basically, Drew is an ambassador. She pulls her business partner to the side. What's the lady name? Jackie. She pulled Jackie to the side to answer the questions because Drew is just the face. Honestly, this is Jackie's business, been her business for the past 5 or some years. And she had locations in different cities, and she wanted Drew's face to bring the people to Atlanta. So I saw one of my old classmates in the background too. He was one of the he wasn't my classmate. We weren't in the same class. What do you say? Somebody you went to school with? I knew he was a trainer, but I didn't know he was doing this with Drew. Anyway, afterwards, you know, they're talking, and You know, after they, you know, cut Jackie loose because they was grilling her. Kenya had all the questions. And Drew wouldn't let her speak, you know, I guess because every time the lady would speak, it would paint Drew in a light like she really doesn't have any hands-on, you know, experience with this, and she's not really that involved in the business like she says she is. And so she want to change the subject, of course. Mayetta changes the subject, and she wants to continue Candy's conversation. She's like, I'm gonna speak for Candy. Let's get back to that. And so, you know, they want to know who reported back. Kenya's like, oh, I did. Me, I reported back. Sure did. And I reported back accurately. I absolutely did. Marlo, of course, she don't care, you know, that Candy's not fucking with her, because Kenya's like, she's not fucking with you. Am I gonna lose sleep? Am I not gonna be able to get into Saks Fifth Avenue? Like, am I not gonna be able to spend money? Like, what's gonna be the repercussions for her not fucking with me? Kenya and Marlo have this back and forth, you know, the sparring with words, and then Marlo kind of walks up in her face like this. And Kenya's like, get out of my face, get out of my face, get out of my face, get out of my face. Don't walk up in my face, don't walk up in my face. Kenya had turned into a hood girl. She had turned into a ghetto girl. She was on some get out my face. You come up in my face again, it's gonna be some problems. I'm gonna have to drag your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. What she called her? A pitiful little hoe. Okay, Kenya girl. Okay. You got it in you. She got it in her. Marlo don't be caring though. It's all a game to Marlo, because Marlo just continues to poke. She run outside after her and everything. Kenya just gonna get in her car. She says, I am fucking perfect, okay? I'm perfect, bitch. Fuck you. What do you mean? I'm a Barbie. I love Kenya's confidence. All of that, all of it. One ear and out the other. Like, she don't even be caring about Marlo's insults. Because at this point, they're the same one. She's always talking about her fake booty. Okay. Like, what else she got, Marlo? What else she got? It's either that, or she used to talk about her bad skin, but I think Kenya done started seeing a dermatologist on a regular, you know, an esthetician on a regular, and so she got that skin together. But Marlo got the same reads. Over at Candy's house, we see in the footage now the man with his bags talking about he's Beyonce's cousin. I feel like this is the same guy that gets arrested on all the celebrities' properties. Always talking about he Beyonce cousin. Anyway, he said he Beyonce cousin and T.I.'s son, and he was supposed to come around there to work on some music. Anyway, of course the police were called immediately. That's crazy. That is crazy and scary. Very scary. Anyway, Sonya, afterwards, she wants to talk to Drew. You know, now that everybody's gone, they can have a minute to talk, and she apologizes for how things went. Drew, she says at times she did feel kind of ambushed, but they squash it, and then Sonya shares with Drew what's going on between she and Aaron right now, and Drew gonna tell her, "Oh, you gotta do that. You gotta do it for your husband. You gotta have that baby for your husband. He wants a baby, have his baby. You gotta do it." Sonya looking at her like, "The fuck is this? No. What about my needs and what I want? I don't want a baby. What?" Drew basically is like, "I had to do it. You get go on and have that baby for him. He want it, give it to him." It's women like that. And then there are women like me that are like, "You can kiss my ass because I'm the one that's got to carry the baby. And if I said ain't no more babies, ain't no more babies." I think my husband wanted 3 kids, and I was like, "I'm only having 2. I'm only having 2. And so we only got 2. But go ahead on, Drew. Do you. Do you. All the girls that have that mindset, my husband want kids, I'm giving him kids. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing." Anyway, that's where it ends. That's where it ends, guys. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.